Welcome back to the CROCOMEN. I am the runner of this, and I have my players with me, Ross, Alex, and Craig.
Hi, I'm Alex in that list.
Hello, and I'm Craig. Sorry, you go now.
And that leaves me to be the other one.
Ross.
Oh, you guys are so good at this point. So we're coming to the end of the CROCOMEN campaign. Will it wrap up this time? We'll find out. But before that, let's do the intro, shall we? With Mega Slough on the brink of sleepwalking into catastrophe, MUSK is making his final move. It's time for the CROCOMEN to take action. One last mission, one last fight. It's time to bite back. Last time on CROCOMEN, our scaly saviors sank their teeth into their most daring mission yet, infiltrating the Easy Sleep Clinic, a nest of nightmares where MUSK Corp's twisted scientists cook up their latest schemes. Project Mosquito, a swarm of tiny robo-bugs designed to slither into people's dreams. Sneaking in from the rooftops, Clint Savannah took the high ground, lining up the perfect shot, whilst Atlas Evercrest peered into the future. And what he saw was not pretty. VIPs snoozing in mind prisons, and MUSK Corp's puppeteers pulling the strings. Atlas hacked his way into the mayor's dreamland, convincing the bean-smothered official that MUSK Corp is up to no good. Meanwhile, Chiptooth turned up the pressure of one of those egghead scientists, cracked, and took a dive out the window. That's a bad exit strategy. With time slipping away like a greased-up gator, the CROCOMEN had only one way out, a high-speed leap into the stealth bird. And just before the lab was swarmed by MSPD goons, Clint's clone made sure the whole place went up in flames. No evidence left, and no turning back. Right, that's where we were at. Post-mission success, really. Atlas, you got all the information about Project Mosquito. It wasn't just you, though. I don't know if you remember, but you had the mayor that you woke up from this dream, and it was
I went into his dream.
You went into his dream, and you had... Huh?
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you went into his dream.
It was just last week, obviously.
It was obviously just last week, and he was staring at a billboard of ads, of course, smothered in beans, and it was kind of a little bit arousing for him in particular. But you informed him about all the bad stuff that's going on, and you managed to pull him out and got him on board. You also had another government official there that you woke up called Mary, and with her help and the contacts that the mayor has, they actually had a better hacker that got into the computer, and with your assistance, downloaded it onto a data pad. And you've got all the blueprints of the mosquitoes. You've got the array of antennas and where they're spread amongst Mega Slough. And you've got a plan. Time has elapsed a little bit at this point. So you went back in your plane, having flown away from an explosion, not looking in the rearview mirror, of course, because that's the coolest thing to do. You left your clone to fire the shot. You're back in your underground hideout, which is above this huge manor estate that Reginald has invested in with your dead mum's money. Inheritance.
Just under the tennis court, wasn't it?
Under the tennis court, yes.
Was your dead mum, was it a good relationship they had? Was it, was your dad younger than your mum by a long way or anything like that? Was there anything dodgy going on there? Do you think your dad maybe killed your mum? Have you thought, what do you think?
Your dad's a killer. That we haven't
Why would
really
he
discovered
kill?
that yet.
For all the money to start that freak show experimentational place. This is a sort of out of character question here, really.
Oh, but I'm thinking about it in character.
Well, you can.
Well,
you can think about what
that's-
your
I
character would
suppose,
do.
yeah.
I'm asking. I'm not as Chip Tooth going
Right.
hey man, like if you thought about your mom,
Isn't
you
he
That'd
with
be a
us?
lot to take on board
That'd
just
be a lot
after
to
this
take
mission.
on board, wouldn't it?
Yeah. All right. Well, so I mean, sorry, we can do this as a character conversation if you want, but it's a thought I've just had.
Yeah, no, relationship with my mum was pretty good for me, but it was my dad that was very emotionally distant.
All right, mate, go
it's
to
just
therapy.
It's
Go to
only
therapy,
now,
mate.
like,
Right.
it's only
therapy
now that he
sessions.
started to take
Yeah.
interest into my CROCOMEN cosplay
I see.
addiction. Not interest.
Addiction.
Reginald looks at you.
Interest.
So you're a robo furry, really?
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, you know, whatever you're into, man.
What do we think about destroying kind of historical articles like I did? Or my clone did. I guess I can.
Destroying historical
Well,
articles.
we destroyed the base there. Like, is that a good thing? Is that like a book burning, or is it just like destroying?
What makes it a
evil?
historical article? Sorry.
Well, I don't know, because it's like something desperately wrong is happening there. And
Yeah.
We just blew it up.
Oh, you think
no
we've destroyed evidence?
Well, have we? I guess that's one for the
We've
therapy
got the
sessions,
info.
which
Let's
will
just sell
be
the
a
info
separate
and then
series in
retire
itself.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Rather
It'll
than
be an
sorting it out.
18-part
You'll probably make us sort
extended
it out.
episode series, about 4 hours each episode.
It's going to be insane, yeah.
It's going to really delve into each character.
Atlas, you remember because you can time travel, of course. You actually saw ahead of time what happened in the aftermath of this room. Because
I'm Marty.
you decided to try and hack the whole time travel mechanic that I created for you by staying in the sleep pod and saying 30 seconds in dreamland is like,
I inceptioned it, yeah.
yeah, you try and you're like, oh, that means I get like 5 hours of time outside of
Yeah.
the real world. And I had to figure out what that was. But you knew that a crack team of CSI from the MSPD, the Mega Slough Police Department, actually cordoned off this whole area and they were investigating. So they had detectives on the case piecing through the debris of the aftermath that you left.
Yeah.
So you know that that's happening probably at the moment. However,
Can I, sorry, just another quick brief sidebar here.
Sure.
I mean, obviously, I know the audience loves it.
there's going to be no other chance to talk about these things.
Oh, well, there we
Yeah,
go.
wow.
There we go. When it comes to the sleep thing, right, and the extra time thing, the inception principle of
Yeah,
the
the
deeper
thing
into a
that
dream
Craig
you go.
fucked up, yeah.
the thing where it's longer in your dream than it is in real life.
Yeah.
I think that's based on the concept that dreams feel
Quicker.
like longer than they are.
More stuff happens.
It is, yeah.
But
And they are
really,
normally macros, like it's a tiny amount of time.
but for me, I feel like when I have a dream these days, I wake up and I was no, that was a 30-minute dream. You know,
Okay.
like you can kind of like there was a lot of content we skipped around.
But
a
that
lot,
would have been
but,
a
like,
fraction of a second in your head.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
They say
Yeah,
it's
really.
like it's literally like a flash before you wake up.
Oh, this is why. So it's measured to be short. Right. Okay. Because for me,
But it
perception.
feels- it will
my
always feel
thing
longer
was,
in your dream.
I was effectively lucid dreaming. I was aware that I was in the dream.
Right.
So I used my time travel power in the dream world rather
Yeah.
than...
So it's like super
And-
cognition, really.
Yeah.
It's
and
like ultra
I
fast
was
cognition.
seeing what I could get away with and they let me do it. So
Well, no, I'm not questioning your use of it. You have at it.
This
you
sounds
know?
like we
It's
need
like-
to do
funny.
like a bonus episode
yeah.
of just like a
World.
podcast
Examining
I'd
the
love to get
science.
into
through it all,
all the
yeah.
science of time
Just
and the
a special
paradoxes that I
members
created there.
episode.
So basically,
in a cold, in a warmer environment.
I went to sleep, time traveled in the sleeps to the point where I'd wake up to see the future of
It was
the current
30 seconds
world.
in the real world.
Yeah.
But it's all
like 6
dream based, though. That made no sense because you're dreaming about, you're creating media.
Don't think about
you
it too
can't
much.
see the world outside of your dream because it's not relevant.
You're not thinking
I
fourth
was, and at the time I
dimensionally.
was thinking about it, but I didn't want to wade in at the time because I was like, these guys are already struggling to form a cohesive vision of how this works because it is confusing.
As a games master, you're in a seat of wanting to yes and the
Exactly,
players, and I had to
You
yes
had to
and
yes
Craig.
and this dribbling idiot. Exactly. But you know,
I
Unfortunately.
have the science
Yeah.
worked out. Just
Yeah,
watch
all
Back to the
figured out.
Future. You'll get it.
Either way, you have
there was no dreaming in Back to the Future. That
At
was
one point, there was like 3 DeLoreans in one
Honestly,
world. It's like, how can that
save it for the
physically
bonus
happen?
podcast. We have to do, man.
we have to do a
Sorry,
bonus
right,
one, yeah.
okay. So they're looking
have a-
now through the wreckage of the blown up sleep lab is where you left it,
You knew
right?
that was happening at some point in the next 5 hours as you're flying back post-mission. You have a slightly awkward back and forth about Reginald's relationship with his wife, late wife, and there's an awkward silence. Clint is thinking about, should we have blown up all that evidence? And then you land
Weirdly.
back at the tennis court. It opens up and you're back in your underground HQ with all these strange-looking superhero CROCOMEN, some furry, some in spandex, some really small and bowl-like, just going about activities. Time elapses. Mega Slough, as a whole, is eerily quiet. The storm is coming. In the school for gifted reptiles, Atlas, you've been working for hours, maybe even days. You've lost track of time, dismantling and reverse engineering the stolen Mosquito project data, a mess of encrypted files, Dreamwave schematics. It's like a montage of different screens and like you tapping on your keyboard and datapad. The dark truth has been revealed of Musk's plan. Project Sandman.
Project Sandman.
The CROCOMEN base hums with activity as Reginald is barking orders at all different people, all different CROCOMEN, trying to get a plan together. A war machine is creaking into motion. And in this time, because it's quite clear what Atlas is doing, I would like to know what is Clint and Colonel Chiptooth doing to prepare for a potential attack on MUSK Corp and Mega Slam.
I've been improving my skills. I've been honing my skills. I've been using the basketball court that's underneath the swimming pool to...
There's a basketball court underneath the swimming pool.
yeah.
So it's underneath the tennis.
You had to
So
swim
there's a
down.
tennis. Where's the tennis court? There's a tennis court
court's
and a
above.
basketball
Tennis court's
court.
at the back gardens of the manor house.
So it's the
Sports.
geography of this. Okay.
I've not established the swimming pool basketball court scenario, but that could be off to the side maybe.
So is the plane under the tennis court?
Yeah.
So the swimming pool, may I suggest the architectural design for the swimming pool
Please do.
basketball setup would be extendable, collapsible basketball hoops, right?
course.
So they collapse down telescopically.
Why do they need... Oh, and then it flips around.
And then it flips on a single axis. So there's like a large rod all the way down the middle of it
To the water.
that rotates.
The water's sealed in.
Right? The water's
because
sealed
there's
in.
obviously an opening.
Exactly. So when it rotates over, a waterproof lid rolls back.
Yeah, there it
and it
is.
sloshes into place.
Yeah. But underneath all of this,
Right.
the sloshy, the incredibly heavy, I imagine.
It makes you wonder how much space they really have on that land.
Yes.
Like a sports
To
centre.
have a multifunctional,
Where's the rugby pitch?
all-in-one games center.
Yeah. Underneath, I like to think that there's like, didn't they call it the danger room in X-Men? Did they call it the danger room?
But they're doing, training zone.
They would train like with all their particular powers,
Yeah.
would have things that would suit their power usage.
Yeah.
So for me, I just imagine it being like a large sports hall style room, which is designed for like learning to fly, so like padded around it, you know. And I'm trying to use my goo flight to.
You're also tethered as well.
Yeah.
And you get some VR goggles.
Wow.
With which to choose your environment where you want to fly, and some of it could be like high wind resistance training.
I choose Pornhub VR porn.
Right.
With
With-
pass through.
You, I imagine
See
With one eye
other
pass
people
through.
around, one eye pass through. How is that 3D?
There's a surprising amount of lockdown on the local internet here.
Oh right, they didn't let you do that.
Because Reginald found out that CROCOMEN are extremely frisky.
Right.
So he locked that down. However, with some back
Just for
and
the CROCOMEN. What about all the other people in it? Oh, it's all
CROCOMEN.
CROCOMEN, of course. Yeah,
forth.
that's
It's a
it.
school
Yeah.
for gifted reptilians.
Apart from him
And teenage
apart
boy.
from him.
So,
and the teenage
so
boy.
it's the same.
But at some point, you can get Atlas, who is bleary-eyed from doing
he's got
days
the
of work. Can you just quickly unlock the Pornhub?
I feel like it really upped my work rate if I was watching
Yeah, I'll
Brazilian
quickly do
porn
that.
while
I-
trying to learn to fly.
Yeah, I did it with mine back at home anyway. Yeah,
It's
they
a
locked down-
multi-screener.
They locked down
Classic.
the Wi-Fi back
Oh
on the
wow,
moon.
you got all the football as well. So the other thing I wanted to do
Yes.
is practice getting big.
Of course.
So I have.
Well, that's what that was for.
That's what the
wasn't it?
VR
Yeah,
porn was for,
exactly.
right?
That's why
Okay.
I've got it. So I've got like I can get up to silhouette size 3, which I don't know if you looked into this system how big
It's
that is.
huge.
Is it like about the size of a double decker bus, or is it bigger than
Yes.
that? Yeah, it's about the size of a double decker bus I can get to.
Silhouette 1
Yeah,
is
In width or
regular
width and height?
human.
size.
No, actually, Silhouette 1 is like a car to begin with. Silhouette 2 is like a truck.
Right.
And yeah, Silhouette 3 is like a double-decker bus.
So I can get as big as like a large dinosaur.
You won't be. You have to duck under those bridges
Yeah.
that they
But-
always tear off the top roof of.
But I don't want other people to
And
see
how
this
long
yet.
can you be big for?
I don't
Do you know?
really know.
Is there a time limit on bigness?
Your character may become.
Not really.
Additionally, while your character is silhouette 3, their encumbrance threshold is doubled. It doesn't. I think I just get that big, but it also obviously.
So are you in the pool when you're trying to get big?
No, I'm underneath it in a large.
Yeah,
Imagine like a space
Training zone.
twice the size of this in height and width and whatever.
No,
Like,
10 times the size.
10
of it.
times the wow. The budget's insane. They excavated over 10,000 tons of earth to build this.
Make a training facility.
to make a training facility.
You want to be able to fly, right?
Just so
Yeah.
a
For
double
extended
decker bus can
periods.
Yeah.
fit in there.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
I get
parameters.
big.
Which doesn't require that much space. Like, really. You could fit a double decker bus in here.
No, but then you want to like
Run around.
run around. You get some training data of fighting various huge monstrosities from modern media, from like Godzilla to Mothra to all the big ones. You can fight dinosaurs. You actually tap into Pacific Rim and you fight both the Pacific Rims, the mechs themselves.
Yeah.
So they basically got a stadium built out there.
It's the kaiju
That
training
like a
range.
load of like
Kaiju training
JCB
range.
tires, JCB tires just laying around for you to toss around.
Yeah.
You throw them out around like kind of nuts, whereas they are in fact the size of JCB tires.
Yeah.
But to you, that's nothing.
I want
My
to
new
eat the
ring.
tires like the Chewit dinosaur.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's weirdly. Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, you become quite accustomed to getting big. You like being big, and big is good. And you get gold star on most of the kaiju. Mothra is a silver.
The flying ones are
The
tough.
flying ones are the tough
So
ones.
can I jelly fly or slime fly
Jellyfly.
and be large at the same time? Okay, now guys.
How about we do a roll to
Yeah.
figure out how good that is?
Right.
So
When I do it or just now?
what?
When I go to try and do
No,
it
you're
or now?
gonna do
Right,
it
okay.
now to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
how it would affect your embiggen flying in the real world.
Yeah.
You gotta propel a lot of jelly out of you to
And then what kind of check do you want me to do?
coordination. If you want, you can make it piloting.
Not on the
Piloting
table.
I'm no better at. What have we got? Nothing.
Oh, the jelly. I mean, you are getting very fucking tired just shooting out jelly. It's kind of like the big worm in Worms Clan Wars, where it's like
Yeah.
you feel that weight
Yeah.
and you don't have. You can do it really short bursts and not that high.
It's like the Hulk killer. You know that big suit?
Hulk Buster.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
like looks really clumsy to fly,
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
it?
clunky, it's big, but you're strong and big though.
Yeah.
The flight might be an issue.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. Clint Savannah, anything you would like to
Meanwhile,
do?
I'm just I've got like a couple of car batteries, and I'm like, I don't really know much about electronics, but I'm trying to revive my leg just to see if I can get Lagaris back into action
Nice.
in a functional way. And I'm just putting electrodes on the various parts of my leg, zapping myself from time to time, and currently to no avail.
Fantastic. I would like you to do a roll, please,
Yeah.
as you are
What am I rolling?
scrambling with your limited intelligence on electronics to bring your leg back to life with car batteries.
Yeah.
So I would like you to do a computer's hacking check,
Okay.
please.
Looks like a big fat no.
You mostly jolt yourself.
Yeah.
Give you a slight little chub on,
Wake up, you.
but otherwise you're seeing like sparks and stuff coming out the leg.
Yeah.
It looks
Really
limp.
bad batteries.
You see, like, that pink glow that when you had that pink goo go all over you and it kind of sucked into the leg, gave it a bit of power. There's a little juice there. Maybe with a little effort, you could do it again.
Ah.
Maybe on the battlefield. There could be a last-ditch attempt.
What if I wish upon a star?
There's a sign of life.
When you do.
Like Geppetto and the Pinocchio kid. It wasn't actually a kid, it was like a puppet that he.
Oh, really?
He was
I
a
think
real
yeah.
boy.
Well, you tried
But it was a good thing he wasn't, because Geppetto went to jail.
so you tried your Pinocchio program, but it hasn't worked.
No, it's not working. To be fair, I should probably try and plug into the mains, but I'm too scared. Because I realise that's
That's a
actually
lot of volts.
more
A lot of
volts than,
through the leg, yeah.
than your standard car battery.
Maybe, no, I don't want to speak meta-wise, but if there's a point of storying that were to happen in the future, that might invoke
Maybe
powers.
the gods above will lightning strike me down
There's a moment
and bring
of
me up.
you need this clutch leg to come into action because the straits are dire.
I'll try to remember that
Cool.
in the dire straits.
Excellent. So we're all planning and doing stuff in the days while Atlas is coordinating with his dad. Is there any back and forth with Dad beyond planning? Is it all small talk?
No, it's just all business now.
Yeah, it's all business.
It's all
Business.
business.
I try occasionally, just like, so how's life, Dad? How you getting on?
What's that, son? Yeah. Put that over there.
Yeah,
that huge truss
yeah,
over
I'll
there.
just stick
yeah,
it
move
over
there.
there then. Brilliant.
God, no. Honestly, what
Sorry.
was that, Atlas?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. And that's the way.
How's the hacking? Good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've
actually,
gotta go.
Oh, okay. And that's the
Very
way it's
busy.
always been.
That's
the
about
way
it.
it's always been. Yeah.
We cut to the present, and you're all in the briefing room once again as a hologram on the big board in front of you flickers into life. Huge 3D projection casts a blue glow on all your Croco faces, and Reginald is put on a spotlight, and the room is darkened. This is it. No more running. No more hiding for the CROCOMEN. You three, and he points at you three, you're the best of us, the strongest, the smartest. Wolverine is looking pretty dejected at this. The toughest. If we're taking back Megaslough, we need to hit Musk where it hurts. I'm not talking his genitalia. I mean his company as a whole, like the weak point of his... You get it. We don't have the luxury of fighting together, is what I'm trying to say. We have to split up. There's a lot to do. These 3 locations are our best shot. You see a hologram show a map of Megaslough, and 3 sectors are highlighted in a green glow. You'll each take one. You'll be the lead of a team of 2. And one of our finest CROCOMEN superheroes will accompany you, of your choice. All right? We've got 3 strategic zones. You're seeing this hologram of Megaslough. It kind of looks like a crystal maze, looking at the different zones of Megaslough itself.
Aztec zone.
It first zooms in on this area, which looks like a sophisticated, high-tech hub of activity. And Reginald says, these are the Dream Spires. That's what they call them. It's a corporate district filled with towering skyscrapers and hidden tech hubs. The mosquito antenna arrays are hidden here, controlling the dream manipulation across the city. So we're going to need one of you to lead the team to take that down.
We'll destroy it, yeah?
Yeah. Or however you wish to disrupt or re-augment. To use to manipulate the populace. Who knows? That'd be pretty nefarious, wouldn't it?
That would be hugely nefarious.
Anyway, next up, the industrial zone. The rust yards is what we call them. A sprawling industrial zone. There's a hub of activity going on here as Musk's robotic enforcers are built and deployed here, it turns out. He's overthrown some warehouses here. He's got some automation factories on the go called the MUSK mechs. A prototype war machine that we've heard is being prepped for deployment. And if that hits the streets, we're fucked.
Oh, no.
Frankly.
That's it. It's all over.
We need someone to go in there and destroy that.
I'm 99% sure that's a screenshot from Fallout 1.
I think that's Fallout 1.
Fallout 5.
It does, doesn't it? And then the final place. This is the media hive, this area. It's a skyscraper-sized broadcasting station, the nerve center of Musk's propaganda machine. We think this is where they're creating all the advertisements, the propaganda, and Project Sandman, all that media is that being propagated through mosquitoes. And if they can take control of this, maybe we can turn the public against Musk here. So, those are our 3 destinations, and I want each of you to take the lead on one each. So, who wants to go?
I think I know how to solve the entire issue we have.
What's that?
No one ever sleeps.
How do we stop them
We just
from
keep
sleeping?
everyone awake all the time.
How?
Then they can't do it.
Well, obviously we come up with some sort of
Make a load of
serum.
noise.
we come up with our own product.
Yeah, we
hack
literally
into
just
their speakers on their TV.
Yes.
and
Yeah,
just don't turn it off.
Always loud.
Always loud.
Always awake.
Yeah.
They won't succumb to the
Fuck,
propaganda.
that's genius,
The
Clint.
future is loud.
I didn't even
So,
think of
yeah.
not sleeping anymore.
That's it, exactly.
I
mean-
think we had scientists try it and it didn't go great.
Yeah, I think some people died, but like still, that seems like the solution. And
Okay.
That's all,
Options on
that's
the
all
table.
I've got.
I have a suggestion as to what might be a plan of attack. So that first one we got shown, what I'm going to call the Aztec
The
Zone,
Dream Spire.
Dream
Spires.
Spire, that just needs to be destroyed and smashed up.
I could do that film.
I could do that pretty
No,
easily.
I could do that though.
I could smash
I
up
could do
stuff.
that though.
I got an Atlas.
Just hack into it
Atlas,
and
I
not-
would send you to the industrial zone.
What?
That's right, the most dangerous place.
I need like tech around me. And
I reckon you need to be in the industrial zone. Sorry, I forgot my voice earlier.
I'll finish your plan and then I'll suggest one. Go
So
on.
the reason I think you should be in the industrial zone is because
Right.
you have the most likely upfront threat. With what I'm going to be doing is smashing. I'm very good at smashing. However, if I have to fight advanced mechs, I'm going to have some trouble.
Well, how
You,
am
on
I-
the other hand, have the hard counter of being able to manipulate time. They can't hit you if they can't get near you. You just stealth your way through using time manipulation to get a critical success, is what I'm thinking. And then you do
You
the
can
other
live
one
your
where you
life.
just blast the shit
I
out.
feel
Yeah,
of
like
it.
I
you're
could
just
blast the
sending me
shit
to
out
the
of
wolves.
Well,
I'm not.
you can live your life 30 seconds in the future, every second of the future.
See, what I was going to say is this: we send you over to the
Industrial zone.
into the industrial zone,
Right.
and you just
Shoot and shoot and shoot.
shoot, fuck stuff up, right?
I could do that.
fire
I
with
could do
fire.
that.
I go
could do
into
that.
the dream spires and hack into that so we can control dreams. You go to the media center and set up your own broadcast, and we broadcast you into people's dreams
Perfect. This all sounds really good,
to
actually.
take control of the
I
situation.
like that bit of the plan.
Or we can just blow stuff up. It's up to you. But
thing-
that's
the-
what
the
I would
reason
do,
I
because you're
would-
very good at public speaking. We've seen that before, you know, with your
Yeah.
flashback that I was there for.
But I just don't know whether we should send Clint to the industrial zone because he's just going to have to compete with things shooting back at him. You know, like it's
He's
not.
very good at shooting at them.
What did we learn from the Vietnam War?
What's that?
Which one?
What did
Well,
we
that's
do?
fucking ages ago.
Which
wasn't
one
it?
of those was it?
Which one was it?
Quite a few happened.
2029.
Oh, that was a bad one. That was. We thought
was
the
rough.
other one was bad.
I'm
This
just
one.
saying, overwhelming
That's what it
firepower
used
in
to
the
be
face
called
of a
Vietnam,
military
right?
threat doesn't always
Yeah.
work, and it just makes things more difficult. You could
Formerly
just
We
known
just
as-
need him to hold them off long enough for us to get into people's dreams.
okay. Well, if you want
And
to
then
use a
turn the
holding action,
and then turn the
yeah.
masses against them.
What do you think, Clint? Which would you rather
Right,
do?
We'll send the pretty boy to the media.
Right. Okay.
I'm winking at you.
No, I said I'll go to the dream spire.
And you will
Oh,
go to the
the pretty-
dream spire and work your magic on those
I don't know.
little
Like,
computers, and I'll go shoot the things in the industrial space.
Yeah.
do we need to split up, Dad? What can we not just do it like from 12 till 2 we'll go here and then we'll travel over?
I've thought about this. The problem is, as soon as we start attacking one of these three areas, we know MUSK's and all his cronies are going to kick into overdrive
Right.
and probably lock down the other two areas. So we need to three-prong
Release
attack.
another car.
I fucking
no.
hope not.
Releasing them every other week.
All we
Last
know,
20
Musk
years.
is on edge. He knows we exist, right? We just fucked up the Easy Clinic,
Right.
and that we've stolen all their data. Time is of the essence. We need to trident this bad boy. Three-prong attack.
Can we have com links?
Yeah, you can have comm links. Here, there's one extra one.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
perfect. That'd
that's
be perfect.
completely that's
Perfect.
solved the big problem
That's
we've
changed
had.
the whole dynamic,
That's
here,
a-
isn't it?
Hello.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty clear now.
Thank you, because we were like signing across buildings last mission and stuff. So that's
I heard over the helicopter.
yeah.
Boobies.
He's on the
Testing.
wrong channel. That's not coming through.
That's not coming through to
You're
us.
broadcasting to the local
It's
police.
actually coming through the tannoy on the basketball court right now.
Boobies. Come.
Clint,
Over.
I think you're coming through the basketball tannoy. Change the tuning.
Boobies over. Oh, hang on.
You got to flick your hand anti-clockwise 3 times,
It's
and
all
then
hand
clap
gestures.
twice.
It's all
for-
hand
to
I'm not sure if
select.
is there an audio signal for when I've done it?
Clap twice to select.
Oh, God.
No, there's audio feedback. There's a
Oh, I've gone too far back.
44.133 megahertz.
I never could get used to these hand signals. I don't think they're designed for CROCOMEN.
no, they're not.
Right, you're in. I can hear you fizzling in my ear now.
Yeah, I can hear clapping.
Yeah.
Is that you, Clint?
Boobies.
Okay, yeah,
I
we
hear
get it
that,
clear.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
All right, thank you. So we can coordinate our attack between us by saying like 3, 2, 1, go.
Keep each other up to date on how
Be
each.
like, I'm ready to
mission's going.
activate.
But of course, I've been training these other crocs on the side as well. And if you want to take one with you, you can do that and have
We
a
work
compass.
alone.
Fucking
no,
all
it's
right.
all right.
Tell them to
No,
jump
we'll
in a
see who
river.
you've got.
Let's
We've
go.
got money on these guys.
Yeah, we'll see who you've got.
We've got Jean Grain, and Jean Grain steps forward with baguettes and stuff floating around her, croissants.
Grain, of course. Wonderful.
We have the Croak Knight, and step forward a Crocomen in a green spandex outfit with 2 pointy ears and kind of frog-like Crocomen outfit with a cape and a frog symbol on his chest.
What do they do?
Ribbit.
Right.
That's what they say.
Okay.
They fight crime. They stand on rooftops ominously, stuff like that.
Right, okay.
Iron Moor, and in walks a mech'd up Crocomen. He's got a sleek high-tech suit, but it constantly runs out of battery, and it's actually low. You can hear it like pinging low battery at the moment.
Jesus
Is
Christ.
he using like old NiCad style batteries in it?
He's yeah.
Oh, well, that's your problem. You're using button cells.
He comes
Desperately
in
need
like
upgrades.
flying, and then it runs out.
Oh,
He's like,
would've
has
saved so
anyone
much
got
money.
a charger?
more like Iron Snore. Next.
We got who else? We got Storm Drain, plumbing, any
Right,
sort of water-based
Where
stuff.
would he be good for?
Industrial. We could
Maybe
flood the industrial plant.
Yeah, maybe.
You're like this guy, and in walks an enormous Crocomen, like super wide, extremely big, red. The Incredible Sulk looks pretty sad, He's crying.
We could just push him out the back of a plane as we fly over the industrial area.
Use him as a bomb.
Use him as like
Physical, angry, sulking, big red dude.
It's up to you. I got Dr. Brunch.
What's
Dr.
Dr. Brunch do?
What does
It's a
Dr.
CROCOMEN that looks like he's wearing like a really big like cape with like the big collar, and he's doing like these hand gestures, and these like portals are opening up.
Yeah, but what happens?
Hello, Dr. Brunch.
What do you do,
I
Dr.
can assist
Brunch?
you with any teleportation needs.
Why is brunch
teleport me
relevant?
something.
I'll teleport you anywhere you like.
I'd like
Oh, right. Where
like
I'll
a
take.
cereal bar, like
No, well,
Hang on, I'm trying to get to the brunch of it.
I can take you to any lunch-based
Right, of course.
Right.
restaurant
Yeah.
or breakfast place.
or breakfast place, as long as they serve lunch
All right, take me to a deli.
Okay.
and
Nearby
breakfast.
deli and I'll see
In
what we
your
can do.
research, Dad,
Yeah.
with the Dreamweaver place, do they have a canteen there?
I don't know. I just send our experts on it. Maybe.
Can't you
I'll
feel
take
it out?
brunch.
Do you have anyone who can remote view?
Let me see. We've got Green Guard. Who else we got?
What's Green Guard do?
They can summon stuff with that weird green energy.
Oh,
And it's pretty cool, actually, what he does.
Just
You
green
have
though.
a Doc Ocular who can see
No, that
into-
sounds stupid.
That
Sounds
does sound
like a
silly.
rip-off.
Sorry, my bad.
yeah.
My
What
bad.
about the Vision?
Yeah.
We got... who else we got? Shelverine.
Okay, what does Shelverine do?
Moves at super speed.
Right, weird,
Whoa.
but not Wolverine, who was another
What does
one, right?
Shelverine? Why?
Wolverine's a little bowling ball-shaped Wolverine
How
guy
did
with
Shelverine get
claws.
his name?
And Shelverine is just a fast running person.
And you notice as Shelverine comes in,
Yeah,
blistering speed,
yeah.
it's holding a huge barrel over his shoulder. They can only move at super speed when they're carrying extremely heavy objects.
That's so
Fill
random.
his pockets with lead and send him off.
Can he carry me?
As long as you're extremely heavy,
Well, if I get big, I'll be heavy.
he can go faster the heavier it is.
Oh, we
my
could
God.
exploit that, couldn't we?
That's kind of
I think
crazy.
you
Yeah.
found your partner.
What if I carry stuff as well?
Fuck, I didn't even think of that.
What
This
if I
is why
drink-
you're the best.
What if I drink a really small bottle of water and then get big? Because all the liquids inside me must expand, otherwise I'd run out of blood if I get big, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we could really spend
And
some
if you
time
go
with this
so
guy.
fast, you'll be faster than the speed of light and you'll time travel.
Time travel. Okay, so
Crazy.
What's the heaviest thing he can lift though? There must be a cap.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously based on how much that guy can hold. So if you squish him, he's probably going to die.
So you couldn't pick up a car then if we just got into a car and he just runs us there. If it's that
He's
fast.
been weight training. He's been like deadlifting.
how
and
much
stuff.
can he carry?
He's carrying this big
Yeah,
barrel.
A
And what is
barrel's
the
like
barrel?
what? Like 80 liters, 100 liters? How much is in a barrel? Like that's
It's like an
gonna.
oil barrel.
Ooh,
Okay, yeah. So that'd be like 100 kilos,
100
maybe.
kilos, yeah.
It's a lot, right? The deadlift.
Sure, yeah. but
Shelverine
it's-
says.
I mean, it's not much more than just a regular person,
Oh,
like a
fuck,
fit
man.
regular person. To deadlift 100 kg is achievable. Yeah.
I can carry 2 barrels. This is just
Ooh,
one
okay.
hand.
Okay, well,
Couple
that
hundred.
is, Shelverine, what we're trying to ascertain here is
Can you
quite
pick
how
up a
much
car
you
with all
can
of us in it?
carry.
You want to know how much I bench? I get it.
Yes, Shelverine.
Competitive. It's competitive.
It's
Shelverine.
more that I'm going to get
Don't be shy.
large.
Right.
Going to get very large, Shelverine.
Yeah, easy.
Don't be Shiverine. Tell
Don't
us
be
the truth,
shy.
Shelverine.
All right, Shelverine. Well, we'll take Shelverine as I'll take. Well, so I get 2 picks, right? We each get 2 for each of our
You
teams.
get 1.
One pick.
I don't know if I want to put all my money on this fucking Shelverine play. Shelverine seems. Anyone else in the roster?
You've got Jean Grain. You've got Storm Drain.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You've
remind me what
got,
Jean Grain does again. She fills areas with grain.
telekinetically, she can power anything that's wheat-based.
Power or move?
Move with her mind.
Like a mill.
Wheat based. What's wheat? Like a Weetabix.
She might. She
Baked
hasn't done
goods.
it, but she might be able to.
I don't feel like that's
But
useful
Iron Moore,
at all.
Iron Moore's got like
anything we're
the
doing.
most sophisticated tech suit ever, but low
He's got
battery.
no batteries. Hold on. Can we give him batteries? Can we give Iron Moore a power up? Do we
Because he
think?
would be useful in the industrial area. The Iron Bloke, if we sort his batteries
I
out.
reckon I could get 1 good blast out. He says with a robotic voice.
That's useless.
Jesus Christ. What
One
if
good blast.
what's a counterist?
Just 1 charge and I'll be good to go again. 3 hours.
3-hour charge.
I'm pretty sure there's a power bank in our car.
Can we
our
plug you
flying
in?
Because that's how
Yeah,
I
you can
charge
plug
up
me
my.
in.
We can plug him in. Let's get some extension
Alright.
cords. Right, you're coming with me to the industrial site.
I'll take the brunch guy.
Iron Moore stands next to Clint.
He's taking brunch. And I'm going to take the guy that we're not sure quite how much he can carry. I'm taking Shelverine.
What was the brunch guy called again?
So you're
Dr. Brunch. No,
Hoping Dr. Brunch, yeah.
Dr. Brunch.
Dr. Brunch, and he can just teleport to any food
Cafe,
Drifts
truck.
over
any
to you,
food-based
doing these
cafeteria.
gestures. He makes a tiny portal and reaches out and grabs a baguette.
Oh, I thought he teleports me there.
He's on your team now.
He looks around.
I can make portals to any local, ideally indie restaurants.
Yeah,
You
can
can
I go through that
try.
portal?
Huh?
Can I go through the portal?
No, it kind of fits a hand. And
There's
lunch.
so many limitations.
You can get lunch back through.
You've already chosen him. Sorry.
I changed
Mostly
my
it goes
mind.
to the counter where, like delivery riders go to, where they pick up their takeaway
Right.
to deliver. I can just reach a hand out and,
Could I stick my head through there?
oh, maybe. If I strain really hard, I might be able to make it a little bit bigger.
I think Dr. Brunch and Jean Grain could start a business.
They
Yeah.
could here, like
They look at
brunch
each other.
business.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Scathing looks.
Combine them.
Yeah. So if one of us took Dr. Brunch and one of us took Jean Grain,
We
Brunch
teleport.
could summon the
We don't work
projectiles.
together anymore.
You don't work together, for fuck's sake.
Oh no, there's
Right. So
Not after what you did,
Dr. Brunch.
Oh, fuck
I'm
off,
taking
Jean
Dr.
Grey.
Brunch. I feel like there is a use here.
Do you think that Dr. Brunch discovered his powers sometime around 11 o'clock in the morning when he was really hungry one day? Oh, croissant. Oh, shit. Why doesn't he just stick his head through and graze like an animal? That's what I want to know. Imagine just...
We might be able to pass things between our areas if you just get to the canteen.
yeah.
Huh?
Like if I find something that you need,
Yeah.
I could pass it to you through his portal to the
Yeah,
canteen.
but we need him there to...
That's why I'm taking him.
Where's
Well, why
the
don't you
nearest
just give
canteen?
him the
We need to
object you're
figure out where the
passing
nearest
through again.
canteen is.
All that.
I've got one monofilament grenade on me if we ever need to put that in somebody's lunch
Exactly.
shop.
There you go.
Anyway, well, so
Put
I'm
it
taking
on the
Shelburine,
deli
you're taking Dr.
brunch.
Brunch, and you are taking
The iron. What's his name?
Iron Moore.
Iron Moore.
Iron Moore.
Okay.
We're gonna plug him in.
Can we also
We're gonna get
Take-
extension cables.
can we take the Incredible Sulk as a?
I don't want to go.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get big and just throw before we leave. I'm gonna throw the Incredible
What's the
Sulk.
point?
I'm gonna throw the Incredible Sulk into the back of the bird.
How are you gonna motivate him?
I'm gonna lift him up. I don't need to motivate him if I'm gonna lift him up.
He
I don't know.
he goes heavy.
Well, I get bigger. When they go low, we go high.
He gets stronger.
I get bigger
He
again.
sulks more.
He sulks even more.
Stop it.
You
Why?
like it when I'm happy.
Look, you
don't
need to
like
come on a
being told
mission.
what to do.
What's the point in all this training if you're
The
not ever
sadder
going to
he
come on a
gets,
mission?
He's getting bigger.
He's getting bigger still.
The more sand he's getting.
Sadder he
so
gets.
many superheroes.
Look, it's okay. If you don't help us with this, the whole world's never going to be able to dream good dreams again. Would you like that Incredible Sulk? Do you want the whole world to have dreams controlled by that bastard?
No.
Exactly.
He swells up a little bit.
Is he getting bigger still?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Do you want to
But
help
he
us?
seems like he's got purpose now.
yeah,
but
do you want
also-
some purpose is important, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind some purpose. And he
Wouldn't
starts
you like to go
shrinking
and
back
give them a
down.
piece of your mind?
No. That
Like,
would hurt, wouldn't it?
Tell them why you feel the way you feel. Why don't you want them to hear you?
He continues to shrink
Yeah.
as he's thinking and contemplating things.
We're going to push you out the back of a plane and use your mass as a projectile. Perfect. If you can do that later, that'd be great.
All right.
And don't get too big, because if you break the bird, his dad's going to be really mad at you, and he might
mad.
kick you out of school.
He will.
And you know how mad your parents will be, or
I
whoever
don't
looks
have
up.
parents.
You
None of
know
us
how
do.
mad those graves you look at yearly will be. Imagine the feeling of discontent and dissatisfaction.
Oh, I get it. All right. I'll just.
Yeah, you getting in now, are you?
Yeah, he's-
Fuck,
he's
yeah,
Do you
getting-
wore him
sulk
down.
smash? Do you sulk smash?
Yeah.
Nice.
What's it to you?
Nothing. You big freak.
He gets bigger.
Stop antagonizing the Sulk. He's fine.
Want me to
Sulk,
fit-
put your headphones on.
He puts his headphones
What's he
on.
listening
They
to?
got like little cat ears on them. It's just sad music. Radiohead.
Radiohead.
It's creep.
All right.
I'm a creep.
So who have we got? We've got Brunchman. We've got
Dr.
Shelverine.
Brunch, please, you work for that title.
Dr. Brunch.
Doctor in
Shelverine and the
collecting
Iron
brown
Maw.
items.
Wolverine. That was it. Okay. That's the one.
Wolverine.
Shelverine, the guy that gets faster the more he
Iron
carries.
Maw. How are we spelling more?
MAW.
Ah, nice.
Iron Maw.
More.
Like an open gaping maw.
And what about Brian Man over there? It's just a man called Brian.
Hi,
All right,
Brian.
Brian?
Invented anything recently?
Just Brian. He's just Brian. He's
I'm
just
pretty
here.
sure he was cleaning the shelves earlier, so I'm not sure what his
Yeah,
real
just
role is.
janitor, really.
He's just cleaning up. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't really want to go on one of these missions.
All right, Brian Man.
You sound like the Sulk.
What do you mean?
You sound like the Incredible Sulk.
We all got the same voice here.
Yeah. Fucking hell, Brian.
Let's move.
Brian, fuck off.
Time like the present.
It's mission time.
Brian frantically mops down the area around Jean Grain as she drops a load of baguettes as Dr. Brunch is chosen over her. She's disgusted by that. No baguettes for any fucking body here. And she storms off. You guys take to your individual vessels. You have 3 stealth birds at this point.
Wow.
1 each. And you each get to go to your individual destinations and jet off.
How much was your mum worth?
I'm starting to worry about where Dad's got all this money from.
Yeah, I would.
What's funding all this?
I reckon he's been selling his body. He looks tired.
I'm going to go, Reginald, before you guys leave, I'm going to go into my dome, what I call the Cerebro, and be the overseer and keep you guys in contact.
Nice.
So you're the 4th comlink.
Huh?
You're the 4th comlink.
Just wrap around 360 screens, is it? It's like that dome in Las Vegas.
It's a billion. I got the technology from The Mandalorian.
Wow.
Really ancient show.
Oh, the volume.
Yeah.
The volume.
So low res.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll keep you up to date
It's
on
this for volume.
It's up,
Yeah.
and then to confirm, 2 collapse.
Nice. Yeah. Sorry.
So, yeah, off you go. Good luck.
Right.
Come on, Dr.
Once we
Brunch.
start this, snowball's going to roll. It's only going to get bigger. You have to deal with this, all right?
Yeah.
We're going up against the biggest mega corporation Mega Slam has to offer.
Have
Maybe
you got any
the
more
world.
monofilament grenades I can borrow?
He gives you a wad of monofilament grenades.
Yeah,
like a sack of
jackpot. Sack of monofilament grenades.
There you go.
I tie the sack to my waist like a medieval peasant with a bag full of turnips.
There's like
But they're
nine
not
in there.
turnips.
Highly
Got that
explosive
from
grenades.
Gert Biggins.
These are monofilament grenades.
Nice.
Whole sack of them.
Better they're in your car than mine.
Oh.
All right. As it's a TTRPG, let's roll to see whose mission takes place first. Let's all do just a general.
Highest number on a D10.
Let's do a green dice, 2 green dice, and whoever's got the best symbols goes first.
Not
Right.
me.
A single advantage. Advantage is less than success.
Oh, fuck.
2 success, 2 advantage. It's going to be hard.
The best possible roll.
I don't think you can beat that unless you match it. You might.
Ooh, nearly.
Close. So you're going to go second.
Were the Suns
Craig first.
higher than the Chevrons? Like, if he got...
The successes are higher than advantage, yeah, because those are the ones that dictate if you succeed. We begin with the Dream Spire mission as Atlas is in a slightly smaller than the vessel that you took to the Easy Clinic. You're like in a little mini version of that for 2 people. You've got Dr. Brunch, who's just waving his hand, creating
It's a push
portals. A snack for the road.
Yeah, go on then. What's the nearest...
It's the local areas that we got.
What have
He's
you got?
flicking through his data pad. Boba tea, sushi.
Nah. Got like just a breakfast croissant or something nearby. Coffee as well. Got cup holders
a
in
little
there.
Orange
There's-
portal opens up. And he reaches in. What do you want? Latte?
Yeah, go on then.
Feel a latte.
And what they seen on the other side? Just a hand. A portal turn up and a hand
stole
popping up,
someone's latte,
grabbing stuff
thank
from a
you.
shelf.
Oh, it's a
He's
spot
literally
fish.
looking at like the end counters of restaurants and picking up people's orders. There you go, latte.
Right.
And some sandwiches. Turkey feast.
Nah, have they got like anything
Throws it back
like
through.
ham-based?
Ham and cheese.
Yeah, that'll
There
do.
you go.
Thank you.
Just a Dr. Thief.
Right. Strap him.
And you can hear like, hey, wait, what's that?
Right, let's
Right.
get on the...
What's the mission here?
We're heading off to the Dream Spire location.
Okay. He brings up some information from Reginald here. He's going to throw it to your data pad. You see it pop through the air and pop into your data pad.
I see it.
And you see a maze of glass towers, sky bridges and stuff stretching across, a bunch of billboards flickering with Musk's face on it, and the CROCOMEN have been removed from all of Musk Corp's advertising and replaced with Dream Better,
Better.
Dream Bigger.
This is where it's all being controlled from. It's Dream Spire.
As you also see a list of potential threats, drones patrolling the rooftops, scanning for intruders. So as you enter, we're going to do a lot of just general rolling just to see how things go. And based on your success or failures with this mission is how it's going to affect the overall outcome. So all of your individual missions are going to contribute to a different ending of sorts.
Oh my God, it's the multi.
Or different staging grounds. So we'll begin. Your objective comes up on your screen, which is a little tiny screen on the bird itself. Reprogram the mosquitoes, swarms to spread croco propaganda, if possible.
They're not the drones.
You're going to the hive where the drones are being programmed and sent their information.
You said that the threat when I arrive is going to be drones.
There's drones.
They're separate to the mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's just drones protecting the area, basically. Okay. They're not the mosquitoes. Yeah, you're getting to the hub of the data that's been propagated.
Hack the mosquitoes.
Yeah, and then you get to reprogram it to whatever you want. So what do you think?
Ideally, if we go by our plan, I want to sync up with Chiptooth to once he's sorted out the media center, whatever, we're going to broadcast him into the mosquitoes, into people's dreams.
All right. So the first thing to see if you sync up, first you have to get past these drone patrols. Right. Okay.
Well, I better get moving first. We're still sat on the.
Oh shit! He puts in the destination, Dr. Brunch.
It's a manual. Oh, I've only driven automatics up until now.
Clunks it into gear, puts the clutch down.
He's driving then. All right.
Keeps getting fast the whole way.
I've got this. You focus on the plan.
To change it. Slower with the clutch. All right.
And you whisk away over Mega Slough. You head over the huge barriers that rise up around the perimeter of Mega Slough and over the towering skyscrapers and towards this media tech hub area where you see lots of skyscrapers and things. And as you get closer to your destination target, you start to see MUSK drones, similar to the ones that were chasing you in the sewers, looking for you after the HQ blew up.
They're alerted to us.
It's like, we're going to need to get around these and stealth our way in. So I'm going to need some coordination or piloting checks from you with 2 difficulty, please. And we'll see if you succeed, you get to sync up perfectly with Colonel Chiptooth.
Bloody hell.
Jesus Christ. Hit after hit.
Huge success.
So, how would you say you get past these drones?
I rolled some dice and we won.
Oh, nice.
No, we go flat out. He finds second gear.
Oh, here it is.
And we just try to go as fast as possible while we see that they're all like they've got a cone of vision, I'm assuming, and we see that there's a point in their patterns, in their pattern when there's a blind spot, and we go straight through when it's a blind spot.
Beam through, high revving at second gear in the air, in your manual jet.
There's 7 gears on this. Just change up.
And you swarm, you blitz your way through the drones just as they're all turning and facing where you see that little opening. And you're at the top of a skyscraper that you think has all the antennas that is propagating all of this propaganda to the mosquitoes.
We're going to need to land on the roof here, and I need to get out and see if there's any terminals that I can get to.
Yep. So he parks it just outside, and you can hop off. And then he's like, I'm going to circle the perimeter, but out of the sight of the drones. You just call in when you need a evac.
Okay, make sure you stay in that blind spot.
And also, let me know your order ahead of time for lunch.
Okay, BLT.
Sweet. Good luck. And he flies off, first gear this time. And you're left. You're going to need to find some sort of like entry or data pad or something like that to hack into.
So am I on the top of like a skyscraper?
Yeah.
All right, is there a door that goes like down to
It's like a maintenance hatch sort of thing on the roof that you think you can open up. Seems to be opening.
I tried to open it. Is it
Yep.
unlocked?
All open, all fine. Sneaking through. It's very sleek, sophisticated. It's almost like there's no physical people working here. It might all just be robots. So it's all like cables, things like that up here. So you're just trying to find a mains to kind of plug into and find the data.
CROCOMEN would really, if they saw a CROCOMEN, they would be really annoyed right now, wouldn't they?
Pretty annoyed.
Take the costume off and put it back into my suitcase. No one's around.
It all folds down neatly into a little suitcase.
I'm back to Atlas.
And you're back into regular.
And by this
Atlas.
point, I've been on Earth quite a while. That my legs are a bit stronger than they were before, so I can
a little bit stronger. The suit's
It's
been
a
doing a
little
lot of
wobbly.
heavy lifting.
Yeah.
But you've been out your suit a few times now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're getting your legs for Earth.
Sea legs, my Earth legs.
And yeah, it's going to be going up to a screen of sorts, plugging in, and seeing if you can hack in.
Right. Oh God, it needs a password. Why do they always have passwords? 1, 2, 3. Did that get in?
Give me a computer's hacking check. It's not going to be that easy.
Well, it might be.
You hear a little beep as you've instantly been detected, and on the other side is a computer systems operator on the chase. As you're net running, there's another one that's...
He's on a TV show.
Bradley Walsh is here.
Right, what was it? Computer hacking.
Yeah, but... Oh, you got to try it. Never mind. You notice that you're not the only user in here. There's someone surveying and protecting this, hacking in as well. Or just...
Do you mean in the terminal or in a physical person?
In the net world.
Right, there's another person logged in.
Yeah, logged
another person
in,
online.
like a security for a systems operator that's trying to stop any intrusions. You manage to dart past them using code and masking techniques to make sure you're undetected. You slip in. It's just a little batch of data. No one even noticed you.
No.
Just a little upload.
Because I used a VPN.
No sponsors.
No sponsors.
And yeah, you managed to get in deftly. We're going to cut to then Clint Savannah, who rolled next best, as you're getting underway to the Rust factory, the Rust zone. Here we go. So you're pulling away with the iron maw plugged in. At the moment, he's on charge.
Just keeping charge.
15% battery right now.
For God's sake.
Hello.
15. What are you on? 15%?
15%. Highest I've ever been.
That's the... What's wrong with your battery?
What do you mean?
Well, it should be higher than 15%.
Well, I'm really good at like making super sophisticated technology, but I don't think the energy batteries are just up to par right now. The current technology.
What do you reckon you'll get to before we get there?
16%.
Fucking hell.
Easy.
That's terrible.
It's not a confidence-inspiring number.
Can you drive this thing?
Yeah, it's going to take some battery.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right, I'll try.
All right.
Let me have a look. Has this got a sat-nav?
First of all, you're going to need a piloting check just to get up in the air from the tennis courts.
Okay.
Just to get up in the air.
Hold on to your maw.
What?
Oh, shit. Oh, God. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Push some buttons. You hear some noises. You think the jet engines have kicked into gear. And you think your little stick in front of you, that does left and right, up and down. You get it completely wrong. It's inverted, and you start like nosediving the jet into the ground, and it's like blasting into the ground.
I managed to take off.
No, you're blasting into the ground right now. Your nose is like dragging along the floor,
digging up the
grass.
Reverse.
Fucking hell!
Reverse. Jesus Christ! I've only ever driven a forklift truck. What's this? Up, down?
I can help.
But it's going to cost like what? How many percentage?
5% battery.
Fucking silly. That's fucking stupid.
How many charge cycles is this battery?
If we've got to get there.
He unplugs. Because of the failure,
crazy.
He's going to drop 5%
so
battery to help you out. He plugs in to the terminal next to the joystick, and he just maps it out with his brain and takes over the jet. It's like flying the thing with his suit.
Amazing.
And
Take us there, you big bastard.
All right, and you fly over Megaslough. You go to the outskirts where it's more of a deserted land, as resources are being drained in this area, and it's been replaced with a bunch of industrial warehouses, big factories, that sort of thing. And it's a polluted wasteland of robotic assembly lines. And it looks like there's a MUSK sign where there's a huge warehouse that's extremely tall, almost like, where they do staging grounds for rockets at NASA. It's like a really tall one. And you think that's the place where they're probably building MUSK mechs. And you're going to have to make your way in. There's a danger here, though, as it comes up on your little objectives display. And it's got like a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star objectives. The first one is automated defense turrets scanning the area. And squads of MUSK cybernetically enhanced enforcers are patrolling the grounds around the area. So you're going to have to take them all out.
Right. Okay. We need to park as close to the building as possible without being seen.
Where do you want it? If you want it in there, that's 2% more battery on my part.
If
you want to drop right here,
I fucking hate you.
You're going to have to run in.
Filthy bastard. You should have told me that before you started driving.
I made it clear.
Right, look. Let's get as close as we can without draining all your battery and not getting detected.
I can drop you...
Bit of stealth.
The jet revs forward.
Nice.
And he drops you on the perimeter of like the fencing around the area where this huge warehouse is. It's like half a mile from the outer perimeter into it, and you're going to have to get past all the defenses to get there.
All right.
So it's going to be some fighting.
Yeah.
Unless you want to tactically snipe some things en route. There's some defense turrets that are like doing scans.
Yeah, can we glide above and maybe I'll have a little sniper from the top?
I can certainly get back up in the air again.
How many percentage is that?
That's about 3% battery there.
Now, well, let's just do
I'm
it
at
because that's going to
right now.
It's going to take us so long to just walk that half a mile if we have to encounter people constantly, one after the other. If I could snipe a few of them now, it is worth a percentage. Just do it.
All right. He gets up in the air. You can see the battery. He's got a big battery readout.
For God's sake,
on
it's
his
stupid.
chest.
It looks stupid. I didn't mention that before.
Like flicking on the low point. It's saying like 10%, goes down to 9%.
We'll find a supercharger.
Just want to make it clear at this point. Musmore, the big overdrive blast I can do, that takes 5% battery.
Of course it does.
And that can really probably mess up this mech.
Yeah.
So don't let me go below 5.
Okay.
Sweet. He starts hovering around the area where the
micromanagement
defense turrets are. And you can open up a hatch and take aim at one of these turrets. So give me a regular attack with your snippy snipe.
Well, yeah, can I use my beam repeater?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Yeah, suppressed. 2. This is where I shine.
Good
God. It's a triumph there. Wonderful.
I see one. I'm going to kill it.
You shoot at the first defense turret, and again, the beam repeater, it builds up a ton of energy. The end glows red, and it blasts this hugely powerful beam down to the turret. It actually bounces off the first one, creating a chain that hits the other turret on the opposite side, and they both blow up.
Whoa, did you see that Iron Maw?
In that instant, everything is alerted, and you're just going to have to get down there and take out all the enforcers en route.
Shit, we're going to have to land. Take us down, Iron Maw, you filthy, batteryless bastard.
He takes you down, and you see his battery go down to 9%.
That's really upsetting to see.
You've got this, Clint. I'll hover in the air for another 2% battery.
Why?
Ready for your escape.
What on earth is that going to do? Why don't you land and just chill out with me, maybe shoot something?
Good idea. He lands, he unplugs himself, he's on 9% battery. And he's ready to fight with you as these enforcers are coming on you. They've got like articulated...
How long are my extension cables? I brought some. I chucked some in. So can we plug him into something as he goes?
You've got some like spare batteries and stuff that you've managed to scrounge from the HQ. It's like USB-C charge longs.
The beam repeater, the energy. What kind of energy is it?
Have you investigated it?
No, this is an out of character question.
Oh,
okay. If you don't know them, all right.
It's...
Well, if you wonder if we can charge him up with it. Maybe let him touch the beam repeater as I fire it.
You can certainly try if you'd like to.
Yeah, but I'm worried it might kill him.
It could.
I need him. He's only on 9%.
I would guess that a beam
Which is
repeater
giving me
is
quite a lot of anxiety here.
Light photonic energy rather than electrical energy coming out the end of it. If it's a beam, it's probably light, isn't it? Rather than electricity, which is like
You'd have to convert it to electricity somehow. And then infuse him with that.
Okay. Your gun might have a power pack on it.
It might do. Got a bunch of USB-C batteries in a backpack that I can shove on his back and plug them all in.
All with really low wattage cables.
Yeah.
5 watts at a time. This is going to take some time.
These cables. We didn't upgrade the cables.
So
I wanted 100 watts.
Picture this. The little mini bird, stealth bird jet has landed. You're on a road that's covered in dust. It's deserted. And between the area where you are and the huge towering warehouse is about 10 enforcers running towards you with dual-wielded guns. And they're charging you down, knowing that you're the threat. And they're ready. They're taking up arms. Some are like falling to one knee and then aiming at you. And you know this is going to be a cool moment with lots of cool music as you take them all down and rush towards the warehouse. So it's just going to be a roll to see how this whole thing plays out.
Okay.
And
I do also have a bullpup carbine in my bag.
You do. You've got.
And I can clone myself.
Yeah. So I would like you to tell me.
Two. I'm not including iron more.
How would you like to tackle these enforcers? And the cooler you describe the scene, the more boosts and augments I'm going to make to the dice roll.
I would like to look to the skies.
Look to the skies as chugging
and pull my arms to either side.
Music plays.
And summon myself to split into two. And kill everyone. With all the power of my two. Well, I don't know how much my clone can do, though.
You've got a capital C icon embedded on your forehead, and it glints in the sunlight.
Clone,
as you look up.
Be me.
And you feel the power of cloning. And you feel your individual atoms splitting and tearing as a clone just peels away from you and forms a whole other Clint next to you, looking exactly like you, but all fleshy. All the cybernetics are kind of just like scales that look like chrome. And then he looks to you and nods, but looks a bit dumb.
You're looking wonky, son, but you got to save my life and your own.
I'll save your life.
And that Iron Maw guy's going to film it all, aren't you, mate? Don't tell me how much battery that's going to take.
I can film it.
Did you film him at least coming at me? That looked pretty cool, right?
I didn't know.
For God's sake.
I was saving battery.
Forget it. Save your battery. Let's kill some fools.
All right.
Right, he's got the ball pop. I've got the beam.
Your clone cocks his gun as you cock yours, and you both point towards the enforcers that are about to unleash a barrage upon you. And now I would like a roll, please. So, if you would like more to film it, that's 2% battery. But it'll be a cool montage video, up to you. Or you can have more take to the fight. That'll be 3% of his battery to engage in firing his cannons out of his hands.
I'd rather that, I think. I need him to fight with me.
Okay.
Just in case.
You've got your clone.
It's numbers.
So it's going to be your regular bullpup carbine to shoot. However, you've got a bonus from Iron Maw, so that's a blue dice.
Yeah.
And you have your clone, so that's another bonus. I'm going to roll for the guys shooting at you. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3,
all the dice have been rolled.
But 4 fails as well.
My clone.
They completely negate.
Oh, nothing.
Shit. There is a cacophony of gunfire in an instant as lasers and bullets are flying back and forth. Dusk is billowed up as it creates a smog of battle. You guys just kind of take to your stances and fire. The Maw is like blasting out of his hands. Your clone is like deliriously shooting.
Kill him, Clint with a C.
And as the dust settles, you realize about 5 meters in front of you, all the enforcers are still there as they're looking around, and the dust settles, and you're looking around. No one has shot or hit anyone. Just bullets have just gone flying past each other, and now
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna have to just engage in melee at this point.
This is crazy.
All right. So next, have you got any sort of melee capabilities?
Yeah, I've got just the regular 3. I've got melee heavy, and melee light are all the same. So
picture these two. You got 3 of you and like 10 of them. They're all running at each other, shooting at each other. Yeah. And then as the dust settles, and you're kind of in like melee range, you realize like, oh
everyone's
shit,
scratching their heads.
And now it's just gonna be a brawl.
What happened? I don't think I have any other weapons, so yeah, it's literally gonna be fisticuffs.
And again, it's gonna be 2 difficulty this time because it's gonna be pretty easy to hit.
Right.
Okay. But it's gonna summarize how this battle goes.
Okay, this is pretty
so
shit.
much advantage.
A lot of advantage, but they're about to pummel me down. Shit.
You get blasted. You're punching, kicking. Your clone is like headbutting enforcers, breaking arms. Iron Maw is kind of hesitantly chopping and cutting people, checking his battery supply and be like, I can do a couple more punching and kicking, but otherwise not as engaged as you two.
You're a useless bastard.
You are swarmed by 10 enforcers, and you're going to take 4 points of damage minus your soak. So that is no damage because you got 4 soak, I've noticed. So yeah, it's kind of neutral at this moment. So round 2.
Right.
That is a success.
Beat the shit out of this
You're
guy.
going to take 2 strain. 1 strain, from that. However, you manage to like smash 2 enforcers' heads together. They're out. You get 1 enforcer to shoot you, but you duck to the side and it shoots another enforcer. The clone starts dry humping another enforcer to death, suffocating, strangling. He does like barbaric shit to kill these enforcers while you're just kind of holding your own. The last enforcer.
Thumbs in their eyes.
Yeah, thumbs in the eyes. And that's the last enforcer. You throw him to the side, and you're clear to run towards this huge warehouse ahead of you. And Iron Moore just like tugs, and he realizes that his extension cable that runs all the way back to the jet is at its max point. It's like, I could unplug.
What's it gonna fucking cost me?
I'm currently at 7% battery.
That's crazy. This is insane.
If I stay plugged in, it just retains charge. It's not charging right now.
Hell, you're so faulty. It's unreal.
It's like using a laptop on an airplane.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. Well,
Connected but not charging.
Let's take the cable with us and just risk it.
You want the cable?
Bring the cable with us, yeah.
Do you want me to unplug it from the jet then?
Well, I'll unplug it because it's... Well, how far away is it?
We're like 5 meters away from the jet.
5 meters, that's fine. I'll walk up 5 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go and plug it in.
You jumped off the jet, you charged towards the
and
enforcers,
you walked 5
brawled,
meters, and that's it.
And
somehow you managed to melee people without pulling that out. I'll unplug it, take it with us.
You
We'll
unplug
plug
the
you in when we
3-prong.
get
It's
there.
UK plug, of course.
Oh, brilliant, yeah. Well, that's good.
And then you coil it up in like the round extension thing,
Hook
and
up
you
his
make
back.
your way towards the warehouse.
Let's
As we
go.
cut to
Jesus.
Chiptooth in the air right now with Shelverine. So it's like, so what's your superpower?
And the Incredible Sulk.
And the Incredible Sulk is in the back.
Keeping us
Sad.
warm. Forming a Fatberg-style block at the end of the jet's opening. Now, I feel like I've been sat on, like, you know how they have, like, those doors that open on military planes that you can sit on?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and like people sit on them as the plane goes over. Like, I've just been idly throwing out monofilament grenades from my bag as we've been flying along.
I have the Mega Slam.
Shelverine's like, you know, there's like civilian, that's like residential down there.
Oh, okay. I tightened up my bag and put it back on my waist.
I mean, fair play.
So my
Who am I to
superpower,
judge?
I have several superpowers. One of them is super accuracy.
Holy shit.
I can be very accurate when I want to and avoid all
With what, like
civilian.
facts?
I avoid civilian casualties with my super accuracy.
Oh,
Yeah, I know,
shit.
it's
That makes a
pretty
lot of sense now.
I can also fly. When in this form, I have goo powers, and I like hover very slightly off the ground, so we don't make a mess.
Oh.
Yeah, I try not to use that one inside if I can help it. And also, and this is where you come in, Shelverine,
Yeah.
I can get very big. Would you like to see me get big, Shelverine?
Not in the jet.
Not in the jet. That's a good idea, Shelverine. We should find somewhere more private.
Well, I think we're just coming up on our destination now.
Oh.
And as you look out the front
Yeah.
over the pilot seats, you can see this, as the sun is setting at this point, glowing digital screens against the walls of huge skyscrapers, loads of broadcasts going on, and it's like a Silicon Valley hub of media, essentially. And yeah, there's this central dome area that seems to be like an 360 perimeter of like these fancy office suites where you think the media is being created, edited, and uploaded to the masses. So yeah, you can get into that dome. Looks like they can see all around as we go in. So up
So
to
the
you.
dome is where the transmission's going to happen, right?
It's where all the information is.
What I want to do,
There's cameras and stuff in there, yeah.
my plan is to get on Shelverine and then get Shelverine to get on the Incredible Sulk. We push the Sulk out the back of the aeroplane, riding him down to the earth. We break through the top of the roof of this building.
Yeah, nice.
Impact stuns everyone on impact. We get off. I let Sulk cry for a bit. I start to get big whilst on the back of Shelverine, and I tell Shelverine to run as quickly as possible around the room, hitting everyone he can.
Nice.
So basically, it's a stun and dispatch, shock and awe tactic that I want to try and use.
Love it. Okay, so you talk about this plan to the Incredible Sulk and Shelverine. Sulk is just kind of impartial to it. However, Shelverine's fully on board.
Nice.
It's like, I love the collab stuff. It's great.
Cool.
We can like dual wield our superpowers and stuff. It's dope as hell.
I am going to need to get on your back, though.
Yeah, I'm used to carrying.
I jump up on his back.
Okay.
Oh, feeling a bit quicker?
120 140 kilos.
Yeah, about that.
Something
Yeah,
like
good
that.
healthy CROCOMEN size. My
healthy Crocomen size.
my CMI is
I've seen you on the screens before. Honestly, I didn't want to say it at this point, but I'm a huge fan.
yeah. Well, I'll get bigger.
I didn't know that. That's dope. And you come up on flying above the dome, and the hatch at the back opens up, and the incredible sulks.
Okay, so time to do your thing.
Do I have to?
So this is gonna make you the most famous useless pile of shit I've ever seen, and I kick him out the window.
Nice.
Everyone's gonna know about your inadequacies. I yell, and then I jump off. Well, I tell Shelverine to jump off after him.
Yep. So it's going to be a coordination check, please, as you try and stay on Shelverine as you're flying through the air, and probably nudging Shelverine to be just above the incredible Sulk, so that he can.
We need to hit him. I'm whispering into Shelverine's ear. We need to hit him. Like, have you ever seen one of those lakes that have those big inflatable bags on them, where one person sits on one end and two people jump off a higher thing and hit the other end, and it flings the other person into the air?
Oh shit.
Imagine we're hitting the bag.
Okay.
That's
What's
what we're
getting
doing.
flung in the air?
Well, hopefully not his head.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Fuck. It's not a success.
Neutral. So, incredible Sulk is flying through the air. Streams of sulking tears as he's flying towards this dome, slow motion, and then his chest hits the dome, and a huge smash of glass shatters into the sky, and he lands in the middle, creating a crater in this top floor as all these desks and screens spill out from the shockwave impact. And you guys are kind of trying to target that smashed hole. You do manage to, however, the impact is a lot more strenuous than you thought it would be. The Incredible Sulk is incredibly dense, so it hurts you. It's going to take 5 wounds.
Boom! Okay, I made the winded sound.
You get winded. Shelverine flies off and smashes into a dual screen setup across the room. So you're going to have to get back on him to do the tactic of getting big and running around.
If I have 4 soak, did that matter in this scenario, or is it like not really a soak scenario?
The soak will take up the damage, yes.
Okay,
so
cool.
It was 5, right?
Yeah, so I have 4 soak.
There's only 1 damage. You're going to scramble towards Shelverine. But there's a patrol of security up here with riot gear. Okay. And they're charging their way towards you, so...
We're gonna try and get big.
I don't understand.
I'm so winded. We just fell out of a plane and hit the ground, Shelverine.
The riot people are gonna baton you, try and baton you.
No!
See how that goes.
Please, I'm winded.
They do actually miss.
Cool.
So they're like throwing their truncheons, and you're dodging out the way, and you're gonna get big.
I'm gonna get big, Shelverine. And I jump on Shelverine's back again, and then like... I start to get large. My silhouette increases. For listeners, I have the ability to grow to the size, eventually, of a double-decker bus.
Right now, you are going first size, right?
Yeah, I'll get a bit bigger. I want to see if you can take it first. How's the weight? I'm like spotting
he
for
takes
Shelverine.
your weight. You like, not bad.
Yeah, nice. You like the weight?
I'm feeling pretty fast.
Go for 10 reps.
Yeah. And he looks noticeably like more jittery and fast.
Yeah, okay.
Like he can start. Do you want me to start running around?
Yeah, 10 laps. Let's do it.
All right, and he starts sprinting, and it's like that scene that Quicksilver does, where things start to go slow motion for you guys.
Nice. I sing a song.
What are you doing? You
I'm
sing the song.
A song.
You sing the song.
I'm gonna do like is it
Shelverine's like punching out screens and people.
A slow motion operatic thing, probably French.
Lovely. As coffee has been spilled in slow motion and people are darting out the way. You're running in a 10-lap perimeter trying to knock people out. What are you
We're trying to
do?
like neutralize the room so we can use the room ourselves, you know?
Okay,
so we want to incapacitate
antagonistic people like riot gear people.
Maybe lock the doors of the room as well if we can, like push things in front of the room to like try and give us the control of the space.
Doing any trolling, like pantsing anyone?
Oh, a lot of pantsing. In fact, a lot of I want to try and like if there are any hot drinks, I'm gonna make people drink them.
Oh shit!
Really quickly.
Like fresh, like you're just gonna put the liquid in them.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up to their mouth and then like all of it.
All right.
So when they like in their they're like, whoa! They've suddenly got a really hot mouthful of liquid.
Right, Give me a roll. See how coordinated you are doing all of these little things. going to cost you 1 strain to do this.
Yep.
You get a little bit burnt from some of the hot drinks as you're trying to coordinate all these different troll scenarios. Putting people together, you're pantsing people.
I'm going to change the ink in there for some of their pens. I'm going to switch blue biros for red biros.
Yeah, swapping out. You've got plenty of time to do this. As you
so much time.
You run around doing 10 laps. You got 10 laps essentially to be like, that guy could do with another little stupid thing happening to him.
I'm going to work out their fax number and fax them blank pages.
Somehow they're still using fax, and you're maxing out the ink capacity. By the 10th lap, everything comes back to real time as everything crash lands. Coffee is spilt. People are pantsed. Some people end up kissing each other because you put their heads together.
Awkward! That's an HR nightmare.
You put some people on the top of like glass shards so they fall onto it and, die, which is horrible. And you've also put a ton of porn on people's screens. But yeah, all of the people that were threats are now completely neutralized, and you have the room to yourselves. And at this point, this is when Atlas's communication kicks in. And what would you like to say? Because you have the chip-tooth sync at this point.
Chip-tooth sync.
As in, your mission, when you got to that point, you're like, I want to now make sure it syncs up with chip-tooth.
Chip-tooth, I am in past their firewall. How's your side? I think.
Yeah, you should see what we're doing over here. Oh my God.
My pants!
Are you in the media center?
Yep, we're in. Yeah,
scalding hot chocolate in my eyes!
What's that I can hear in the background?
We're neutralizing possible failure points.
Stealthily, yeah?
No. Who said anything about stealth?
No, I just assumed. I was trying to sneak in and...
I blasted a hole in the ceiling with a man.
Okay.
A sad man.
Different approach, but same result. We're both in.
The Incredible Sulk is coming to, and he's just moaning. Like he's just he's in his crater still. He's like,
shut up, Sulk.
You can hear that a little bit in the distance. This systems operator is coming after you, so you're going to have to make some navigational movements or enact something now.
All in the computer?
In the computer. This is all net running.
Right.
So he's tracing you.
Okay.
He's making traces. So you have to make a move.
I don't even know how that works.
It's up to you whether you want to... you're going to need some media first to propagate. Or you need to shut down this systems operator or go stealth.
Chiptooth, is there anywhere in there that you can make a broadcast from that you can send my way?
Oh, yeah, you bet. Is there any cameras or anything? Can I
like... Logitech webcam.
How do they do their media in the media center? Is there like a studio?
There was a studio set up. It's been destroyed based on your entry point. The green screen's all fucked. You could have done a nice background.
Just any like laptops or anything I can stick at the Logitech?
There's some, yeah. There's some webcams and some computers still set up. You've trashed a lot of them.
Just a mic and a camera.
Toothed, you.
Yeah.
How's it go? I found a monitor. I found a Logitech thing.
All right, we need you to record a broadcast. All right. That's going to brainwash the people that get these mosquitoes to... What are we trying to fight again?
We're telling them that they're getting brains washed by the MUSK Corporation.
Yeah. It's up to you whether you just want to tell people the truth.
Tell them what's happening.
Or do what MUSK is doing and manipulate them into a frenzy and be like CROCOMEN adjacent.
I think we...
Okay, I got it.
Okay, you got it.
I got it.
Okay, and then once you're done, I'm going to send you through an IP address. You send it to that.
Okay.
And then I'll put it into the mosquitoes.
I was just going to use like WeTransfer or...
I don't know. I think they're going to track...
It's going to be over 2 gig.
It's going to be over 2 gig. Yeah, we're going to have to peer-to-peer this. Have you got LimeWire on there or anything?
Yeah, I got NUs. Whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Anyway, right. I'll send it over you in a minute.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
What are you saying in front of the camera?
It's good to do it now.
I'm saying the following. People of the Slough greater area.
Shelverine says, it's not recording, mate. Hold on, 1 sec. All right, go.
Good people of the Slough greater area.
He adjusts the camera a little bit so it's like shaky to begin with.
And all those living under the yoke of Muscovites. I have troubling news, nay, a horror story to tell you all. When you go to sleep tonight, you will be controlled. Your Thoughts will be perused, examined, and exploited to give all those in power an edge or an answer to their need for control. This character.
Very whiny.
However, myself and an elite team of vigilante saviors, local folk heroes, and CROCOMEN to the core have stepped in to save all you lowly citizens from a nightmare.
Incredible Sulk walks in the background, like scratching his ass and just sulking.
Super elite. We are here to warn you and to call you to arms.
Mom! There's a office worker in the background that's like holding up an elderly woman with like a glass shard through her chest, and she splutters to death.
These people behind me may seem like victims, but nay, they are the perpetrators.
Why would you do this?
These people have been responsible for climbing into your children's brains at night and making them want to eat junk food and drive cars. Not any longer, the CROCOMEN will crack you out of this illusion. We will take you into a bright new, scaly future. All you have to do is go and sleep tonight, thinking of CROCOMEN, and put a tooth under your pillow. Any tooth will count, but that's a finer detail. Do not fear, my friends. We're here to save you. Beep. Broadcast finishes.
Shelvering stops recording, wipes a tear from his eye. That was beautiful.
Thank you. I felt it was a little manic and sporadic, but okay.
I'll set up WeTransfer.
Okay,
that was
get the
beautiful.
WeTransfer link.
I heard the whole thing over the comm link.
What did you think, Atlas?
Did you have that written down? That was that just off the cuff. You are a talented natural.
Thank you. I'm a big natural.
Boobies.
Yeah,
Boobies
thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank
He's
you.
still here.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Claire.
I just heard
with
the
me.
whole thing. Are you worried that we might come across as crackpots? Over.
Look, every
Don't worry
leader
about
needs
it.
a little bit of crazy in them, right? I mean, otherwise, they're just boring. They're like Keir Starmer. Remember him?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay.
But I suppose the proof will be in the pudding tonight when they sleep.
We're having pudding?
You get an email
Over.
from shelverine@crocnet.com,
Right.
and it's a WeTransfer link to myfirstmovie.mov.
Okay.
I'm
downloading it now.
Whilst you're hearing all of this, Clint, the huge warehouse in front of you, red lights start spinning up, and a huge alarm sound starts, like the airport, when the cargo things start, conveyor belts start moving, and the front doors start opening on this huge warehouse, and underneath, an incredible smoke machine is billowing out to give it
Amazing.
that sense of tension.
God.
It's what's
Stars in
behind
their
them.
eyes.
It's lit from behind.
Who's it going to
And it
be,
is now
Matthew?
lit from behind as this huge silhouette of a hulking mech with Elon Musk's hyper-realistic face on top. Otherwise, quite a
fucking
boxy
crazy.
Gundam-style mech boots up into action, and the eyes light up red.
But it's got a very unhealthy egg-like man's
Yeah, and it's like a really
face on it.
sour face, like
Yeah.
grimace.
What's wrong with
Is
that?
it like dripping melty look to it? It's
got
like
like a-
constantly like raining on its
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
It's just like
It's like a barrel chest as well,
yeah,
and the legs
really
are a little
weird
too
burly
weirdly
chest,
thin.
and every now and then you kind of just
Terrible stress sense.
suddenly a little arm flicks out and points to the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not done that yet because it's in this
Right, of
confinement,
course.
but you think it's got the
Yeah.
instinct to want to do that.
I think he's thinking negative things.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell.
This Musk mech is flickering into life. The catwalks that line its multiple stories are like folding away as it's able to step out, and you see its first leg take its first very slow, methodical, mechanical step forward and clunk into the desert land in front of you. And that's where we're going to stop. Part 1 of the finale of the CROCOMEN. Next part is the end of the CROCOMEN season, so stay tuned for that, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Don't sleep.